Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm sharing all of my favorites from COS Pre-Fall collection. So I have been refreshing, just waiting for all of my favorite brands to drop their fall clothes. I know that normally it starts at the end of August, early September, so I knew that we were on the cusp, but when I saw COS drop all of the stuff that I'm about to share with you, I immediately went in, heart, added a lot of stuff to cart. So I definitely will not be keeping all of this, but I really wanted to give you an overview, sort of my curated edit of all the things that I love from COS. Also, if you're new to my channel, COS is definitely one of my favorite places to shop, and I've done a lot of other videos on kind of all my favorite COS stuff that I will leave linked below. And in fact, in this video, you'll see a few old favorites paired with some of this new stuff as well. Spoiler alert, this little shirt was from a video that I did over the winter in January. So definitely still, I mean, I've been wearing pieces from COS for I would say 10 years now, probably. I remember getting things in Europe before they sort of even came over to the US, so it's definitely been a long time love. And yeah, let's jump right into it. So I do think I have a good assortment of things. I have a couple of tops, a dress, trousers, and 3 jackets. So I think a really nice spread, some great basics, some great statement pieces. So I'm going to start off, ease you guys in, and start with the tops. So one of my favorite cuts of top is this. I really hate when a t-shirt doesn't cover the whole top half of your arm. I just don't think it's flattering. And I think a cut like this is so much more flattering. So if I see a shirt that has a longer sleeve like this, I'm all for it. So when I saw this one, this is kind of a cashmere t-shirt, which sounds kind of strange, but it's really great for that transitional time when it starts to get colder, but it's not that cold outside, and wool always breathes really well. Is cashmere wool or is cashmere goat? Well, now I'm just gonna look silly. I'll look it up later, but whatever. It's a natural fiber, so it does breathe really well. I know that. And another thing that I was looking for was something very similar to this taupe cashmere sweater that I got from H&M about a year ago now. Never in a million years did I think I was going to wear that sweater as much as I did. I just didn't have anything like it in my wardrobe, come to find. And then I ended up adding a lot of taupe accessories to my wardrobe, like this Savette bag, like my taupe Birkenstocks that I love dearly. So I ended up just wearing the sweater all the time because it matched a lot of my accessories. It was still a warm tone, but with a coolness to it. I don't like taupes that are too purpley. And I'm still very much on the fence about this color. It wasn't quite the taupe, wasn't quite as warm as I was looking for, if that makes any sense. There is a bit of a purple tinge to this, and the reason that I know that is because I paired this with a pair of brown leather pants that I got from H&M also about a year ago or so. And I found these pants so hard to wear and style because of that purpley, cooler tone to them. They're not like a warm brown, which I have a lot more of in my closet. So it looks great with this top. And I paired them with my little Inez kind of mules that are just to give it a little pop of lighter color, but I just think it's a little too gray purple for me. I wish it had more of like a taupe in it, even though you can see a bit slight of a I love this color. Again, clearly very into the taupes here. I'm just very inspired by my house. But yeah, I don't know. I'm very much on the fence about this, but I thought the cut of this was so incredibly flattering. I got this in a size small because I didn't want it to be tight, but I didn't want it to be loose by any means. And it was, let's look at price, $190. And I've heard such incredible things about COS cashmere. I actually don't own any. In fact, I've done a whole video covering all of the knitwear that I own and where I kind of like to buy my knitwear. So this was also a good excuse for me to try to, try out some COS cashmere, but a little on the fence about the color, so I do think I'll probably be sending this one back. Again though, great cut, love the arms. I also love where it falls on the hips. It covers my torso completely. It's not too short. I got a little cashmere t-shirt from Lily Silk a few months ago, and I reviewed that one in a different video, but it was almost a little too cropped. Looks great tucked into things. I don't wear it out as much, but I think this shirt actually looks really good out of things more so than tucked into things. So yeah, just a nice little sweater for fall. The next piece is inside out, so let me turn that correctly for you so you can appreciate it. This is a piece that I actually have a few other ones of, but just in different styles. So I have a crew neck version of this in actually, ironically, that same kind of longer sleeve cut and then a high crew neck shape. And I have a full long sleeve one as well, both in black. And so I thought, I love those shirts for layering. Why not pick up one that has a turtleneck? It would be a good kind of base layer staple for me. The thing I love so much about these shirts is that they are merino wool. So as I keep saying, it's a natural fiber. It breathes really well. In fact, despite the fact that they are see-through, I mean, you could wear it on its own depending on how, you know, sexy you want to dress. They are see-through, but they're so thin. They keep you so warm. If I wear this with a sweater, like a cashmere sweater like this over the top of it, I would be sweating. They're so warm. So I do love having these as base layers for when it gets really cold, and it's just a nice layering piece, especially when you don't want a lot of bulk. Fast forward ahead, I actually pair this turtleneck with this dress in particular so that you don't get any of the bulk, and it makes for a really beautiful kind of streamlined silhouette, because this is already such a bulky dress, a wool dress, that I didn't want them competing, and it kind of makes it a more upscale kind of nighttime look, I feel like, when I wear this. So thought I would pick this up. Again, this isn't anything that's particularly exciting per se, but it's just a really nice kind of staple that I do like to have in my wardrobe. And again, I've had so many of these over the years, and I know how much I love them. The only time that I purchased one in a color, these do come in all kinds of colors, and I bought it in like a green, but because I really wear them as a base layer, I just needed like a black or a cream. It was kind of silly for me to have a green one because I really just need them to go under things and be really understated. So yeah, didn't think that one through, but again, these are really great for me. Love them. I got this in a size small, again, because I don't want it to be like tight. I mean, it's tight, of course, and this was $79. So that's the other sad thing, is like, these have definitely gone up over time. They used to be $50, which then I thought it was a lot, and now they've just gone up. But that is kind of the name of the game right now, unfortunately. So the next piece that I want to talk about from the COS Pre-Fall is a pair of trousers. So again, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but you guys know I love a COS trouser. My favorite COS trouser of all time, I will leave linked below, because I have it in 3 different colors. I have it in gray, navy, and black, and it's the 100% wool wide leg trouser. And I love this pant. It's just, it's the best. So I thought these were great as well. They're kind of a similar shape in that they're wide leg, a little baggy, almost like a, do you say it like a culotte? Culotte? Almost like that. Loved that they were cropped. These give me really like old school vintage kind of Charlie Chaplin vibes, which I'm very into. So yeah, I was like really kind of having fun playing into that aesthetic of like menswear, as you'll see when I'm kind of styling a lot of these pieces throughout this video. But I just thought these were a great alternative to those longer trousers. I love pants like this because they look good with a variety of shoes. So of course they look fantastic with little heels. So I styled them with my little Inez slingback heels. And of course that would look really great if you want for a more kind of nighttime dressed up look. Or they look really great because there's so much volume in the pant. I also styled them with my vintage Chanel loafers that I love a lot. And they don't compete, they really balance each other out. So I love that you can wear it with a really chunky shoe like a Birkenstock or a loafer and it not look strange. In fact, I think the proportions just really complement one another. And then at the same time, weirdly, I think it also looks nice with the Ballet flat, which of course is a much slimmer shoe. Again, I paired it with my vintage Chanel Ballet flats. So I just think there's a lot of different ways that you can style these pants and create different looks, kind of depending what you're going for. And that's what I love in pieces. I love versatility. I love being able to dress things up, dress things down. So these pants are really checking all the boxes for me. Another thing I love about COS trousers in general, which I think maybe it was Tamara, she called it out that I should have known. And this is also kind of a spoiler, but someone working at COS, or maybe many people working at COS, are clearly big fans of the row because they take a lot of things that the row does, whether that be a particular garment or different functional things. Like, for example, what I'm about to talk about, which is the inside of the pants. There's always this elastic in the trousers. So you see there's 3 buttonholes here and then a button. And the best part about this is if you want to bring your pants in or bring your pants out, you can do it. Oh, there's actually 4 buttonholes just with moving the button. So I love it if you're in between sizes. Sometimes I like to go up a size. So for example, I actually always get the wide leg wool trousers in a size 4. I'll just make them a little bit tighter with the buttons. And I just love that versatility. As women, I feel like our sizes can change so quickly, whether that's just water weight or we're bloated or we just put on a few pounds, whatever. I love the fact that you can just adjust your clothing depending on how you're feeling, or maybe you're wearing a big chunky sweater where you want to have a little more room to tuck it in or something. I just think it's so thoughtful, and the fact that they're willing to kind of have that extra cost to make the garment more functional is chef's kiss. I love a brand that just thinks about their customers like that. So anyway, these pants have that, which is fantastic. I did get them in a size 2, and I am happy with that size. Again, I probably could have gotten them in a size 4, and then of course done the little trick of bringing them in, but I just thought because they're cropped and they're already kind of oversized, already kind of baggy, I didn't want to add kind of more volume to that. So the 2 is what we got. And these were $170, which I think my favorite trousers, again, I probably raised the price, but my favorite wool trousers, they are $150, which I think is personally worth it for these pants that I wear more than anything else in my closet, hands down, and they just go with anything. And they're such a incredible kind of wardrobe foundational piece that for a pair of wool trousers like that, I think it's completely worth it. So yeah, really, really, really love these pants. I'm definitely going to keep these pants. In fact, I am going to style them with some other pieces that I will kind of get to in a second. But yeah, these are just so great. Again, another wonderful kind of transitional piece as well, because they are cropped and you do see the ankle. When it gets cooler, which is a good segue for me, when it gets a little cooler, if you want to cover your ankle, you can always wear a sock. And so this was the next thing that I picked up. They're all inside out because I've been putting all this stuff on to film the cutaways before this one. But I am loving the burgundy trend that is, I think, on its 3rd year at this point. I'm glad it's not going anywhere. In fact, I had my eye on a belt. I will show you the picture, but it's sold out in the small, which I've ordered COS belts before, and the fact they don't make it extra small, it wasn't small enough for me. It was a waist belt and it wasn't small enough. So anyway, who knows? Maybe this belt wouldn't have even fit me. That's what I'm just telling myself so I don't get so sad that it's sold out. But I saw this belt come on, beautiful burgundy belt with gold hardware, and I thought, what a great way to wear a little color without having to wear color and kind of dip my toe into this beautiful trend, because I do think this is such a gorgeous color. And yeah, so missed out on that. It did sell out. That's the funny thing about a lot of this stuff. It feels bizarre to even be talking or thinking about buying things like sweaters and wool coats and wool trousers and stuff when it's still like 80 degrees outside in August. But unfortunately, that's just how fashion is, and things that are really great like that do sell out. Like, to be honest, I will be shocked if this dress does not sell out because it's phenomenal. So there are key pieces like that that you see come on and you're just like, okay, I know that's gonna sell out. So it is a little weird, and I just do suggest if you see something you like, just getting it, because yeah, you just never know. Anyway, that was a long tangent. So I got these socks and they're great. They are kind of like a men's dress sock. They're incredibly lightweight. I think they're wool or silk or something like that, but you can see they're almost see-through. And I just love how lightweight they are. I don't really have any socks like that. They're so light, they go really well with like a loafer. In fact, I even wore them with some of my heels or like little booties. So they're definitely not gonna add too much volume if you have like a daintier shoe that isn't normally worn with a sock, like a light vintage loafer like this. And I just love how, of course, this helps with comfort. You might not get blisters as easily. I love how it just adds that little pop of color to an outfit. I'm so obsessed with this outfit, which has those gorgeous Charlie Chaplin-esque pants and this little pop of color in the socks, and then the loafers, and then the wool jacket, which we'll get to in a second. I just find this outfit to be so like boyish, but also vintage menswear, but still somehow feminine at the same time. I just think it's such a fun, playful thing that is getting me really excited for fall, to be honest, and kind of excited about clothes, because I don't know if I've touched on this recently in any of my videos, but I've kind of just been buying a lot of accessories recently and not many clothes because I just haven't been that enthralled with anything that's out there. So I was getting a little concerned. Maybe that's too harsh of a word. I'm not that concerned, but like, I don't know. I was just very curious to see how fall was going to go and what kind of clothes are going to be out and popular. But this pre-fall, while there wasn't just like a ton of stuff, like this truly was like, I bought every single thing that I thought was great. And I ended up with like 8 or 9 items, which is a lot of items, but not when you're dropping like 50 or 60 new items. So whatever. These are great socks. My only pet peeve that I do have with them is they were very tightly kind of sewn into the package. And because they're such a beautiful lightweight sock, it did almost snag them a little bit, so I really hope I didn't ruin them trying to get them just out of the packaging. But I think these are wonderful. I also think these were a fantastic price. They were $20 for beautiful wool socks. So yeah, definitely recommend these. These are a thing that I honestly think, again, is going to sell out because it's just a fun way to kind of play with that color trend without having to go too deep by buying something fully burgundy. Okay, now we're going to talk about the jackets. So if you've watched my channel for a little while, this jacket will be very familiar looking to you. So fun fact, I now have this jacket in 3 colors. This will be my 3rd color. And this is no exaggeration. Next to the wool trousers from COS, this is my 2nd best thing I've ever bought. Let me just repeat that. This is the 2nd best thing to those trousers that I have ever bought. I love everything about this jacket, and clearly everyone else does too, because they keep bringing it out in different colors every single season. I also love when brands do that. When you have something so wonderful, why not just keep making it in different colors? Like I would love this in a navy as well. If you're watching, I think an emerald, a dark green, burgundy incredible. I would literally own this jacket in 10 different colors. It is the perfect jacket, I will tell you. I think it's cut so beautifully. First of all, it's modern, but somehow classic looking. It's a little bit oversized, but not too oversized. The proportions are just stunning, in my opinion. I love everything about this jacket. I love that I can wear this in the winter. I can wear this I wore this in February in Mexico City when it was 50 to 70 degrees. It's just the perfect jacket to throw on. You can dress it up, you can dress it down. It's so much better than a cardigan, in my opinion, even though I do also love a cardigan, but it's just timeless. I just think it's a really stunning, gorgeous, timeless piece. And frankly, I actually think it's a really great price for this beautiful wool jacket. It's $190. I always get the size extra small. Again, I have it in black. The first color I actually bought it in was like a really beautiful light gray, and I wear this light gray. It's actually hard to say which one I wear more. I bring both of them on vacations just because they kind of serve different purposes. Like if I want to dress up my outfit at nighttime, I'll just throw the black one on. The gray one, I'll wear more daytime, of course. Or if I just want a pop of color for an outfit that's a little bit too black, maybe. It's a really lovely contrast. It looks great with a dark denim. I mean, I could honestly talk about this jacket forever, and I won't, because I know I'm saying some really crazy stuff already, that it's like the best thing ever, but for me, it really, really is. I just love this jacket so much. So when I saw it in this gorgeous kind of like brown, it's like almost like if army green, mustard yellow, and chocolate brown had a baby, it would be this color. It's kind of a bizarre color, but I kind of love it for that. I think it's gonna look really fantastic with navy. In fact, I've been very into, let me just get comfortable here. So the whole Western trend has been really big, again, for the last couple of seasons, I would say. And I've been playing with ways to not do the Western trend, but dress in a way that's still authentic to my style, but still feels Western in a way. And what I mean by that is I got some boots from Mango that are this gorgeous brown suede. They're like a little bit Western. I think they're more kind of like 70s rock and roll. Like I could see a French man wearing them, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I just think they have a cool appeal to them. I do think I like leaning more towards like 70s rock and roll rather than like I'm gonna jump on a horse. That's not as authentic to me as a person. I'm so rock and roll. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is I think this brown is a perfect complement to those boots. I think kind of an all black outfit with some flared jeans, like flared and wide leg jeans. That's another thing I'm having a lot of fun with right now. I feel like we were told can't wear skinny jeans. Then we had all the boyfriend jeans, which like, sometimes they're not always the most flattering. So I feel like the next thing for me is wearing some freaking bell bottoms because they just feel really rebellious, kind of. They're kind of the one thing no one's really doing as much of right now. So yeah, I'm loving the bell bottoms. You're gonna see these a lot more in upcoming videos, spoiler alert. But anyway, so this is a really fantastic outfit. I also just love pairing this with the blacks and creams because I think if you don't go over more than like 3 different colors, then it all contrasts really nicely with one another. That's the other thing I love about this jacket is you can just drape it over your shoulders really easily if you want to. I think the wool fabric looks so great against a wide variety of fabrics, which is another reason I like wearing it. Like I said, it looks great with the dark denim. Looks so good with leather pants, which you guys know how I feel about leather pants. I love them so very much. So yeah, I just love, 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 love this jacket. And if you get one thing from this collection of stuff, well, I actually, I don't know. It's hard because I have a couple of other things that you're going to be super, super into that, whatever. Let me just show you. Okay, so the next 2 things are sweaters. One of them I'm blown away by. One of them I'm a little bit like, kind of disappointed. And to be honest, the photos on the website, one of them I thought looked way cooler, and then one of them blew my mind when I actually got it in person. So let's talk about these like sweater jackets next. I'm also trying so desperately to film all of this before the sun goes down, and I hope I can make it. It's like getting darker by the second, but I am a working lady with a very constrained time schedule. So this cream cape sweater contraption, maybe I should have known better, but First of all, let me just start with the positives. It's very good quality, like all things COS. It is very heavy duty. I love this gorgeous neckline. So it's made extremely well. It's 100% wool, very heavy, very beautifully made. It just lays a little strangely, I think. I think these weird cape sleeve things just look a little, it doesn't look effortless to me. It looks like it's trying to be cool, but the proportions just like didn't quite hit for me. And I just think it would be uncomfortable to wear around because I'd be like using my arms and then the rest would be like flapping like a bird. So I'm definitely going to be returning this. Again, it was kind of hard to tell what was going on online, to be perfectly honest. It kind of looked like it was a cape, but you didn't really know. I think where it would have benefited them personally is if they had some kind of closure or tie to keep the front and the sides a little more done, and then you just have slightly shorter kind of cape arm situation. Again, I just think the proportions didn't quite hit on this one. So yeah, that's why it's going back. How much did this cost? I got it in a size small and it was $150. Yeah, this one's not cashmere, it's just 100% wool. So that's why it's a little bit cheaper. But again, still really lovely quality. Now, the next one is a little funky, but in a great way. So again, if you've seen a lot of my COS videos, you'll know that I have this love-hate relationship with the cape, in the sense that I love a cape, but I hate it because I can never wear them. They always look horrible on me, and I keep buying them from COS because I want them to work. Well, I think this one works. I don't know what I'm doing here, but you'll see it in the cutaway. So I do think this one really, really works, and I love everything about this. I don't know, again, what they've done differently, because they definitely had something like this last year. I'll have to go back and look at the video. I did it in my COS coats video. I will link that one above and below so you can check it out. It had such a similar cut. I don't think it had the little clasps on the sides, again, which is why this one's so nice, because it kind of keeps front and back together. So it feels almost more like a shirt when you're wearing it, or like a jacket, as opposed to something that's just flapping in the wind. I also love this scarf detail. It's got such a nice weight to it, and you just fling it over the shoulder and it hangs beautifully. I love the big leather pockets. I could have actually maybe done without the leather pockets, but I don't think they're bad. I think they just add a little bit of interest. It's always great to have a pocket, right? You can stick your phone in there and stuff. I think it's the same or similar beautiful wool to this other brown wool jacket. And I love that it's navy and black. I love mixing navy and black. So for example, wearing this with my little frame, little flared jeans that I'm loving and that I just got from the Reversible, with that black turtleneck base layer. See, this is when you can see it's really nice to have that base layer, because I want the turtleneck, I want the sleeves, but the cape can really shine through in all of its glory. And then my little mango suede boots. Like, this is such a fun rock and roll outfit to me. And if I wanted to make this a little more city, a little more like funky, less sexy, then I would trade it out for the trousers that I had on at the beginning of this with my little Chanel loafers. I think that'd be such a cute outfit. Again, it's so obvious that you're playing with proportions. It's not like I'm trying to like show my body off or anything. But I love outfits like this. I just think it's so stunning. There's a million ways that I know I could wear this. And I just, again, love that it's navy, because I have one gorgeous Maison Margiela vintage navy coat, and I don't have any other navy coats. So this would be such a great piece in my wardrobe that I just don't really have something like it right now, which is hard to do, to be honest, because I have a lot of stuff. So, okay, and this is a one size fits all, which most of their capes are, to be honest, so that's nothing new. And this was $220. I'm thinking these might need to be faux leather. I can't imagine they're real leather, but that's kind of wild to me. I think I'm happy about it, but yeah, I think that's a great price for it. There's so much fabric on this. This is so heavy that I do think that's a really, really, really good price personally. And I think it's so gorgeous. I also love that the scarf trend has continued. Thank you, Totem. I know you guys have been doing it since like 2016, but I love it. I still love it to this day. So very, very, very into that. Now, I saved the best for last. This is probably going to be one of my favorite things. So this is 100% has to be inspired by the row. I need to look up exactly what season. Hold on, let me do that quickly actually. I don't know when because I can't figure it out, but I've had this photo saved for at least a year, if not 2 years now. So it's got to be a couple years old. The one that I've seen on the row is $4,400. So it is super pricey and I'm just so thankful. I normally don't love it when COS like rips off brands, but first, I think this is such a classic, simple design. I would not call this ripping off at all. And I think everyone needs this dress. This dress is so incredible. It is let me try to show you the fabric. It is like a textured wool of some sort. And it's got gorgeous piping. It's got this beautiful deep V. I just love, it has a little pocket. I love everything about this dress. It's honestly perfection. So I originally wanted to try styling it like the row had in the picture, not with the jelly shoes, of course, but I mean, I like the jelly shoes, they're fine, but I wanted to go more kind of like getting into fall with this. So I thought, great, let me pair with my black Boston clogs, my Birkenstocks, and then this oversized white t-shirt from H&M that I also really love. In fact, they still have it in multiple colors. I will leave it linked below. But I love this look. It's super relaxed, really chill. So I love, again, great piece that you can dress up or dress down. This is a great example of dressing it down, in my opinion. I could see myself wearing, I work in a very casual office, so I would totally wear this into the office. It would look even cooler with like a gray blazer like thrown over the top or something, but oh, I just love this look. It's like very Mary-Kate Olsen in my opinion. And then this is where the fun began. So I realized, I was like, you know what? I like the t-shirt, but you know what would look better is like a cream shirt with a collar. And I purchased this oversized polo shirt from COS either last year or in January. I can't quite remember. Sorry. But I did buy it. I've only worn it a little bit. I will say it's not something that I grab for a lot in my wardrobe, but this match was like, they were just waiting for one another. It's so perfect together. The consistency, because this is like a very heavy polo, and I apologize because they do not make it anymore. If they do, miraculously, I will leave it linked below, but it's kind of like a heavy, almost like a rugby shirt. So you kind of need that heavy fabric to balance out because the fabric of this is so nice and very, very weighty, very heavy. And that texture, so visually it looks heavy, if that makes any sense. So I just think together, the contrast is so stunning. I just love this. I love how it's not a total V, how it's like a scoop. I just think that makes it look so cool, so different. I love how it's like not too oversized, but it's also not tight on the body. Oh my gosh. I just love how you can wear this with flats. I love how you can wear it with heels and it looks fantastic. I even think this looks so good with boots, like my little Church's combat boots. It would look so fantastic, but it looks really cool and really ladylike with these Inez little pumps. Also my flattered new pumps that I got that are kind of like little booties look really nice with it too, as well as with this brown jacket just kind of like draped over my shoulders. This is like such an incredible ladylike but still modern look. I just love how all this stuff has like kind of a vintage feel to it, which makes sense because I do think the row looks at a lot of vintage pieces for inspiration, but then makes them modern. So yeah, I just am super over the moon with this. Then if I really wanted to go nighttime, I could swap out the kind of daytime pop of cream for that black turtleneck base again. And this is not too low, so you don't even see my bra underneath or anything. It's actually really nice to kind of have that sheer panel, and then the arms being like a little bit more sheer, and then wearing this with heels. And then I love having a little just like pop of taupe. I was gonna say pop of tote with my Savette little symmetry bag that I love so much. So yeah, this was like another huge star of this for me. I just think it's so stunning. So even though only a few of the pieces, actually I'm only sending back, I felt like I was sending back more than I am. I was gonna say, even though only a few of the pieces worked out, well, more than a few of the pieces worked out, but even though it's not that many pieces, it's still getting me really, really, really excited for fall, and I'm super excited to see what else COS is going to come out with a little bit later in the season. So very excited to share this with you all. I will be editing away to try to get this to you as quickly as possible, just in case things do start selling out. So again, I know it's weird that we're in August, but hey, it's just kind of the name of the game. So I hope you enjoyed this little overview of all my favorites, and I will see you all in my next video. It's because I'm wearing it. I forgot. Hold on. Forgot to tell you the price, and I forgot to tell you the size. Okay, so I got an extra small in the dress, and it is, I worked so hard to tuck the tag in and now I can't get it out. Okay. This dress was $135, you guys. That is, again, I think a great price, personally. So, hope that helped, and I will leave you all here. Again, have a great night or a day or morning whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you guys later.